Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim. Today is Dollar Tree Theater. We are in the month of December, so I'm keeping on with my horror movie choices that kind of have a religious tone to them for the month. And today I did Charismata. This is a 2017 film. It is an hour and 36 minutes. It's rated 4.5 stars on IMDb, and I am pleasantly surprised and happy to say that this movie was good. It was good. It's the story, it's a psychological horror about a police detective whose sanity begins to unravel as she investigates a series of brutal, ritualistic murders. And the director is Andy Collier and Tor Mayen, and they are also the writers. The stars, the main star is Sarah Beck Mather. She plays Rebecca Faraway. And then we have Jamie Satterthwaite. He plays Michael Sweet. And then we've got a pretty good cast of other people who play, very minor secondary characters. This is free on Tubi. If you are interested in watching it, this will be a spoiler-free review because I do think this is worth checking out. So, like I said, the movie is a religious-based theme, as you can get from the title. And it starts right off with Rebecca Faraway. She's the lead. And her partner, they're detectives. And this is in the UK, by the way. So apparently they don't use guns because I never see anyone having a gun. And there were times when they could have used a gun instead of like a hammer. But that's a very minor detail. So it opens up with the stressed detective. This is from my notes because I was very interested in the movie right off from the start. For a split second, I thought it was going to go sideways on me, but then it pulled back in. So it opens with the Rebecca. She's a stressed detective. She has her partner, a very kind of chauvinistic partner, kind of annoying. They're on the scene of a murder, and she's noticing similarities to a previous murder and that there might be a serial killer. They do a lot of nice details that a lot of the cop shows would do. So they took the time to put the smelly paste under their nose because they were, they didn't want to smell the dead body. So things like that were kind of interesting that they took the time to do. But there is throughout the movie 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 times like this running side. I don't even want to call it a plot, but there's this running thing of people asking for coffee. Like, oh, can I get a cup of coffee? Or somebody offering coffee. And I don't know, it almost seemed like it was an inside joke with the people in the movie. And they just kept it in. They just kept throwing it in whenever they could. And then they just kept it in the movie, which I think is funny. It was noticeable enough, though, that it warranted me to write this down. So because the detective is noticing similarities between the murders, they start their investigation with interrogating some different people. Witchcraft comes up as a possibility. Someone said crazy Satan shit. So like all these small details start coming together, and then there's a third murder, and it it gets them to investigate deeper into a suspect, and there's 2 other subplots. There's a subplot and then a subplot. So she's also stressed because she's trying to sell her house, and she's also speaking with the therapist so she can get medication and things. And then there's a couple more murders. I really can't go too much more into detail because I don't want to give away. Like, there's twists and turns. There's a fantastic ending. I was really happy with the ending. It was good. Oh, and there's even boobs. There's boobs in this movie. It didn't need it, and they had it. So it's bonus boobage. Yeah. So there's not a lot of gore. There's not a lot of like supernatural killing and things like that. This is more of a detective kind of thriller, like a whodunit. There's a character named Doug who was my favorite, probably character. He acted really well. All the acting was really well. It's pretty standard, easy movie to follow. It's kind of like a episode of a cop show that's, you know, run a little long, but I was engaged the whole time. I was, like I said, I was pretty happy with it. The only thing I had a problem with it was the misuse of a character being called a Satanist, because you gotta look up what the meaning of a true Satanist is, and you'll understand that Hollywood has created a Satanist, and then there's the actual real Satanists. They're not the same. So there's, you know, the Satan worshippers that do sacrifices and things like that. Those are not Satanists. Satanists don't hurt things or anything like that. But other than that, Charismata is definitely worth checking out. Like I said, it's free on Tubi, so you could do that for a Tubi Tuesday, or just a fun Sunday watch. So thanks for tuning in to the Dollar Tree Theater. Stay tuned to the channel. We got lots more movie reviews and unboxings and all sorts of stuff coming at you. Thanks.
So have your dream. Go on and sing your song. There's nothing wrong with singing out of tune. If people laugh and say your dream can never be, just think of